Hi guys, and thanks for tuning in. You're watching Bloomberg Quint Live and I'm Alex Matthew. This is Portfolio, the show where we try and help you achieve your foremost financial goal. Our special guest on today's episode is Prasad Krishnapurkar from Pune, who wants advice on a pretty common problem, really. What is his ideal retirement corpus? How much should he set aside? Prasad, welcome to the show. The person who's going to help you out today is Karthik Zaveri, who is the director at Transcend Consulting. Karthik, again, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Prasad, I'm going to come to you straight away. Take us through what you are doing with regard to your investments right now and what you would want to know from Karthik.
Yeah. Good evening, Karthik. Good evening, Alex. And thanks for taking me on this show. As of now, I am having a investment portfolio of around 30 lakhs, which is in let's say 50% in shares and 50% in mutual funds. And in mutual funds, again, the debt component is very less. As of now, it is less than 5%. And from last 3 years, I've also started investment in NPS. I want to know what will be the retirement corpus I will require. My wife and me both are working presently, and we would like to arrive at a number. And how do we achieve that?
If you're spending 40,000 a month, which is about say 5 lakhs approximately in a year for your expenditure,
right?
Now to maintain the same lifestyle 20 years hence, you are going to need almost about 20 lakh rupees.
Okay, that is per annum, right?
Per annum, yes. This is per annum.
Right.
Now, these 20 lakhs is after paying income tax because tax is going to be still around. So let us then inflate that money, that budget, and we make it to about 28 lakhs. So 28 lakhs is your money required for the year before tax, pre-tax money that you require in your first year of retirement, so that you are able to comfortably live the same lifestyle that you're living in 40,000 rupees a month today. Okay. So we are working on that platform. So therefore 28 lakhs in the first year, in the 60th year of your retirement. Now the interesting part is there is an inflation, sometimes it's a friend, sometimes it's a crazy guy.
That's right.
So every year, because you've retired, inflation is still going to be there. It's not going to go away. Yeah. So if you need 28 lakhs in the first year of your retirement, next year you're going to need say 7% more, and then yet another 7%, and then yet another 7%, and that goes on all the way. And we estimate that let's do a calculation up to the age of 85. When we look at the sum total, what's the kitty that I require at the start of retirement? The answer for you is somewhere in the range of 6.5 crores, 6 crores 50 lakh rupees. 6.5 crores. That's the answer.
Okay.
Now, see, what's going to happen is your 6.5 crores is going to be invested, and we are going to be very conservative at that point of time in our investment, where we take a return of maybe about 7 to 8%, and which will create these cash flows for you on a regular basis. That time we assume zero equity exposure because we just want to be ultra conservative. You can still do equities later on, but right now, for the argument's sake and for calculation purpose, we stay super conservative, because if we have more, it's always better, but we don't want to run out of money. We don't want to be short of money. So therefore 6.5 crores is your target amount. So your answer to your question is, how much money will I require by the time I retire? The kitty that you need to accumulate is 6.5 crores. Okay. And now the good news. Now the good news is you've already got 30 lakhs with you, behind you, into equities, stock market and mutual funds. So you've already got some experience. You've even said that you've got about 20 lakhs in the bank, which is cash. That's about 50 lakhs straight away. Now, what is very interesting is this 50 lakh itself in the next 20 years will more or less reach about 7 to 8 crores. So your retirement is already sorted out just with this 50 lakh corpus that you have today.
We've assumed an inflation rate of 7%.
Correct.
Whereas, stated monetary policy is that they want to keep inflation around the 4.5 level, 4 plus or minus 2. Which
That's
is still,
right.
So over a long period of time, wouldn't that reduce his requirement for the corpus significantly?
This is a personal philosophy, Alex. What I like to always do is, whenever there is a outflow, I like to overestimate, right?
Okay.
And whenever there's an inflow, I like to be a little conservative.
Cautious. Okay.
So my inflow, I'm calculating at say 14% rate of return, but in reality, my inflow might actually happen at 18 or 20%, because that's what equities can do for me. My outflow it could be 5% or it could be 6% on inflation, maybe even 4%. But if I keep it at 7%, I have a cushion.
You've overestimated.
I've overestimated. My taxation effectively could be 28% or 27%, but I've kept 30%. Cool. So I like to keep a little bit of cushion everywhere.
Right. Let's go to Prasad's question.
The rule what I've been following is first save and then spend the money. So so that has been the practice as of today. So successfully doing it. But right now, a couple of questions. Look, I want to invest in one house. Okay, the 20 lakh cash, whatever I've kept is for the down payment, you can say. And then the EMI part will also start kicking in, and then maybe the equity market again, how dramatic it is. So I'm a little bit worried about that 6.5 crore. Means I thought somewhere around 5 crores, but you have taken it to 6.5 crores. So I'm worried because now I've been in I've told you about the share market investment and the mutual fund. Like that, I've got a investment in public provident fund. So I just want to know, let's say if I want to decrease my equity exposure and reach that number, let's say by 60 years, then what kind of combination you suggest to me, considering we will keep that 20 lakh aside. I've got the 30 lakh amount with me. That is perfectly acceptable, and that will remain as of now. So I'm not going to break that, or it will keep on increasing. That is for sure. So how do we reach there?
So Prasad, now you've raised a whole variety of issues here, and I completely agree with you, and I accept each and every apprehension that you have. Every year we need to do a review of the situation, but to give you a ballpark rule. First, you need to create that wealth. So first, you need to reach your milestones. To reach your milestones, you want to be more biased towards equity. In the interim, we can do some tactical allocation. For example, if you had 100 rupees right now, not only for you, but for the rest of the viewers also. If you had 100 rupees right now, I wouldn't put my entire 100 rupees in the stock market. I would put it as 60-40, that kind of a thing. I would go slow.
Okay.
As you move on in age and as you achieve your milestones, then you start moving more towards the debt component. You start tapering off your returns because you are then in that capital protection mode. Right now, you are into a capital creation mode. So therefore, a large component of your money, or practically all of it, should be towards growth assets. And of course, we can take up your portfolio in another 6 months, maybe another year down the line, and we can give you further inputs at that point of time.
Very quickly, Prasad, because we're running out of time on this particular edition, do you have any last questions for Karthik?
In mutual funds, how many funds in a portfolio and review period for the same?
So about 6 to 8 schemes are a good ideal mix. And the review, you can do an annual review. You can do a review once in 2 years also. Even that's absolutely fine. No need to rush about it.
Okay.
All right. With that, it's nearing the end of this particular edition of Portfolio. Thank you so much, Prasad, for joining us on the program, and we hope this has helped you, set you on the path to achieving your goals. Thanks as always, Karthik, for joining us on the program and helping Prasad out. With that, it's a wrap of this edition of Portfolio. It's quite possible that this conversation has helped you out as well. A quick reminder, if you'd like to participate with us and coming to our studios, you can write into us on portfolio@bloombergquint.com, and our team will get in touch. Thanks as always for watching. This is Bloomberg Quint.
The conversation and advice dispensed by the financial advisors on Bloomberg Quint's television show Portfolio aims at giving the guests on the show a broad approach toward their finances. The advice is not a full financial plan. Viewers are advised to work with a financial planner for specific products, choice and execution when making an independent decision regarding investments or acting on any advice. Any calculated projections or any predictions given on Bloomberg Quint's platform during the show are not guaranteed and are merely an expression of opinion and are not intended for other than illustration purposes only. No view mentioned on the program is personal advice to anyone. Bloomberg Quint is not responsible for any risk or loss that might occur as a result of placing this information into action in any way and regardless of your interpretation of the advice.